How are you?
Okay. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Halloween to you too. Yeah. Is Patrick Johnson up for trick or treating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't like put his costume on yet, but
That's cool.
maybe we'll throw a party. It depends on if my friend wants to come or not.
Mhm. Yeah, that's nice. I think it's nice that the kids finally get to have Halloween because I think last year it was kind of sort of back to normal, but I feel like this year it's pretty much back to normal. So I think it's just nice to be able to go out and trick or treat for a little bit. I think it's always a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. How was your week? How was this week for you?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've been emotional a little bit because I've been thinking about things, but I feel like, like, I don't know if I want to share everything because, like, anything, like, I talk about is so easily dismissed, I don't know. It depends, like, if you know me or not. I guess that's why you got stuck with me, is the presumption that, you're in it for a long time, you're gonna know somebody. So I was thinking about like where Morgan is because I can't find her. I don't know how to find her. And I didn't tell you this, but her dad, because it took me a while because I heard it from a friend that her dad had passed in 2016. So, and he was like, how old was he in 2016? He was born in 79, so he was young.
Yeah.
And my friend told me this, and I didn't believe him because this friend is always like playing around. He's like a jokester and stuff. Like, he's a smart guy, but he's always playing around. So, and then I just stopped communicating with this friend because he moved somewhere out of state. And like, I have his Facebook. I tried to like Facebook him like once or twice, but I guess he's busy or something. He doesn't go on it much. And I didn't believe him at first, but then I started looking on the internet, and there's like obituaries on the internet, and there was even like an article, and I don't know what happened because, and I know people that I know what happened. And I cried a little bit too because I didn't cry about it because I'm like, no, that's bullshit. And until I like really looked at this obituary and I'm like, wait, this is like from a real funeral home and everything. Like, I didn't really cry about it. And I know people know because I know people that know like his girlfriend and stuff. And I don't know what happened because he was young. He didn't have any health problems. Like, he was young and healthy. He was a very healthy guy. He didn't have not a single disease, And I'm sitting here thinking, if it's drugs, what kind of drugs was it? Because when I was with him, he was completely clean. He didn't even smoke marijuana. He did not drink. Like, never. Sometimes he smoked cigarettes, but and I saw him, last time I saw him in 2011, and Morgan stayed with him.
Which guy?
My daughter's father, I told you about him. And like he picked her up and stuff. And that was the last time I saw him, and he looked good. He looked healthy, and he had a fiance. I can't even say girlfriend. I don't know if he ever got married or not, but I never found out her last name, so I couldn't find her. And then the only way, like, I don't know, I feel like I could find out is like talking to his mom, but his mom didn't like me that much after we broke up, and I would feel like intrusive after so many years. After so many years, should I go and dig this up? Because maybe she's just gotten over it. Because I will never get over it, like, to be honest with you, because the circumstances seem queer in which he died, because he was healthy. And that makes me worried about my daughter too, because like I really hate it. Like, people die, it's all right, like, but I really hate it when like healthy normal people die, you know, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, before I would think, oh, he's like lazy or something like that, but he was really like a normal person, and he was such a nice guy. And and I know, like, there's nothing I'll ever be even able to say about him, and I just feel like I have to carry that in my heart. And yesterday I was just looking through the internet again, and I have to carry that in my heart along with everything else, along with all this other like knowledge of people, you know, specific and not. And it makes me like angry and hurt, and I don't know, you know, like, what to do with it sometimes, because like people keep behaving this way towards me and my children, and I can't like really just
no, I understand. It's like you are going through all of these emotions, and you are dealing with a lot, and then on top of that, having to kind of, not secretly, but also having that to deal with on top of everything else, you know. So I think it's tough, and it's very sad.
Like, where do you think my daughter is? Like, I feel like she's better than me, but I feel like, you know, the world's not treating her right either. You know, that's how I feel. Like, she's probably better off than me, and I want her, like, to be safe, at least, you know. But I feel like this is not, like, fair, you know, and I just want more for her too, you know, because I feel like this guy, he's probably a good guy. He's probably is, because I just, like, I think I would know, like, I have the right to know, you know, if, you know, she was like homeless or something like that. Like, I would have the right to know, because I'm not homeless now. I have a house where I could keep her, you know. So I feel like she's not homeless. That's great. You know, but what if she doesn't want to be with this guy anymore or something, or he doesn't want to be with her, you know, like, she's still young. Even though I do believe in young love, like, and I was just mulling all of this over too, and it's just such an insecure scenario. Like, I can't even begin what to think, because now I just know how greedy people are. Like, firsthand, I've experienced this, like, how easy they are to manipulate, and, you know, large groups of people, what they're capable of. It's like scary. And her father passed, you know, and because he was a nobody, not because he was a bad person, but come to think of it, like, all my personal, like, feelings for him, like, that he's a loser or whatever, what it comes down to is he was a nobody, like, and now he's not here, you know, and it just seems like unfair, because a lot of people get to live, and they're old, and they're vile, and they're greedy, and they're not nice at all, and why should they get to live in prosperity, you know? And then I worry about my kid too, you know.
And you haven't
I'm sorry, I was just looking at the obituary last night, because it was like in a vague sort of Like, is he alive or isn't he? And then I just read this obituary like last night because I was just getting like statements from like people that knew him that he died, and I was like, I'm not even sure, you know, did he really die, or like, I don't know, maybe he moved. But now I'm pretty sure he died because like it's a real funeral home with a real obituary, and he's like and like I feel like, my God, I was a healthy woman. Like, what's happening to my hair? And like, yuck. Like, why did I put on so much weight? My feet hurt too. Like, my feet hurt, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's Halloween today, so I shouldn't even focus on this. It's just that I read this obituary last night, and
I know, no, that's, and as a person, as a human being that has feelings, it's okay for you to feel that way, you know? I'll feel the same way if I read somebody's obituary and I wasn't sure whether
how
they
died.
Yeah. And then it's true, usually death makes you think about your own self, and it makes you think about everybody else and everything else like that. It just, it is unfair to a certain degree, right? Like,
it's not the death itself, it's the nature of its death. Because when, like, my grandmother passed, you know, it was like, okay, well, she was sick for a long time. She was really burdened, you know, and she was sick for a long time. And, like, I knew what happened, you know, and, I just felt like for many years, like, she wasn't there. But he was healthy, you know, he was healthy. What happened? Was it drug abuse? Like, I'm sure it wasn't like long-term illness because he was a healthy man, you know? What could happen to a loser? You know, some people don't, like, you know, it's just, some people don't want to live in New York anymore because, like, you know, it doesn't hit you. Everybody's partying, and then some loser dies, but then you're like, wait, but that's somebody's loser. That's somebody's dad or something. That's somebody's...
Yeah.
And, like, people are evil here. Like, they like to party, like, right on top of, like, people suffering, you know? Like, people are fairly greedy, you know? Just because, like, there's this, like, underhanded economy here, you know? Because they destroyed, like, what made it beautiful was, like, we did have an economy before of global trade, you know? And then, like, this dark force just came in and it destroyed, like, the beauty of it, because people still come here to make money. People still stay here to make money, you know? But it's just so dark now. It's all social politics and crime and... I don't know. I shouldn't cry. I had enough. My stupid crying.
But it just shows that you are a caring human being, you know? That you care and that you have feelings. Yeah.
I just get angry sometimes, you know? Like, I don't know, like... And then my friends, like, tell me not to get angry, but then I just feel hurt. And then, like, when nobody's listening to my hurt, I just get angry again, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want my kids to suffer. They're my kids, you know? I don't want them to. Whatever mistakes I made, I don't want my kids to suffer. I want your kids. Exactly. I want to feel secure, you know, but sometimes I just sit there and I think, man, people are fucking evil. Like, what happened to this man? What kind of fucking drugs did he get into? You know?
Yeah.
And it could be anybody. We're all animals. Like, it could be. But, you know, sometimes I have to contain myself.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you have every right to be upset and to be angry and to cry. Like, you know, you are human and you have feelings. And you have every right to be angry as well. Yeah. And to be upset. It just
I
shows
don't know.
that you
I
are a
just felt like
compassionate
sharing
human
like this
being.
little tidbit of information. Like if you ever thought like, oh, she's being lazy or something. She's just sitting here mooching off her welfare or whatever. Like I just wanted to share that with you that I really had a tough life
Yeah.
and I'm adjusting to
Mhm.
what's coming my way,
Yeah.
and things are being thrown at me every day. Every day new things are being thrown at me. Sometimes I calm down because I'm like, nothing else is gonna get thrown at me, but in my mind I know it's reality. It's reality. You don't know, you don't own these people, and you don't know who does.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on, and it's hard to cope with all of that stuff. So, and you are a compassionate human being. You have compassion. I think that if the world had a little bit more compassion like you do, then we wouldn't be in such terrible shape, right? Because you consider each other. But unfortunately, people are not like that, Like most people are pretty selfish and they only think for themselves.
I don't know if I'm compassionate or not, but I know for sure I'm not as greedy as some people, Like, for sure.
Like, I feel like
I don't think so. I think it's something else because, like, I don't feel like I would go out of my way sometimes, to like love people that I don't know because I just don't have that energy. But I don't know where some people, I look at some people, I'm like, I don't know where their ambitions come from. What the fuck kind of ambitions are there to want to hurt somebody? Like, I don't want to hurt anybody, Typically, I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get very angry. People make me super duper angry, and it's like they trying to get the best out of me, and it's like, well, this is how it goes. But like angry people, sometimes they're not stupid people too, so I just like I hate people fucking with me. Yeah. I mean, it's Halloween today. I don't even want to talk about any of this. It's just like this is also like, how, like, do you have a suggestion? Like, how do I find my daughter? How do I find her? How do I find out what happened to this man? Because I know there's means to do it, and I can't, like, I can't do it. I can't find out where they are,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the only thing would be reaching, as far as her father would be trying to reach out to
her father's dead.
Family members.
He's dead. So whoever doesn't feel sorry for me, whoever doesn't feel sorry for me, they should at least feel sorry for her because her father's dead. You know, her father's dead, and she didn't get any support from me either. Like, I love her, but she didn't get any support from me. I wish I could give her support, but
yeah. I mean, maybe looking, if you know her significant other's name, maybe looking for his
have no idea.
phone number.
Have no idea.
Oh, okay.
And like, I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, my mom's boyfriend might, and I still have his number somewhere, but I feel really odd like calling him. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to just say that it's.
And then I don't know how much energy should I be investing in like reaching out to her when I just want to make sure she's okay. What do I have like to put on the table for her? What do I have?
I mean, at least she'll have your support. She'll know that maybe she want to talk about something, that you are there for her. It doesn't always have to be material. Like, just knowing that somebody is there for you and genuinely cares about you is enough. So, don't you ever feel like you don't have enough for your daughter? You might not necessarily have material things or something, but support is support. Somebody that you can talk to or call or have a conversation with. You know, if you two are able to build up your relationship, that's enough. That's support. Yeah. So something like that, like if you are able to get in contact with your daughter, you could tell her, listen, I might not have anything to offer you materialistically, but I'm here as a support, you know. I'm your mother and you can count on me, and if you ever want to talk or if something's stressing you out or whatever, I'm here. I'm only a phone call away or something along those lines. I think that many times that means so much more than something materialistic or something physical.
Yeah, I feel like that way too. Like if we did put our heads together, that would make us stronger. You know, that would definitely make us stronger. Cause, like, I really generally, I don't think I have a problem like communicating with people, and I think, you know, she's really bright, and we, you know, support each other. Yeah. And like I also feel like, man, I really don't give a shit about anyone. Like lately, like I just really don't. Like I really don't give a shit about anyone. Like I don't give a shit about like people in Ukraine. I don't give a shit about like other poor people or whatever. I just, you know, I owe it to my kids. Like I owe them. You know, like I just basically owe them, you know? And you know, like I worry about myself, but then I'm also like I feel like what the fuck did I do? Like if I knew the world was like really like this brutal, like why did I have kids like this? Like they didn't get any support from me, you know, like they didn't see $1 from me or anything, and I owe it to them, you know. And I started thinking about what happened to this man and how easily like when somebody's just separated from their family or whatever, like they do make two wrong moves, like I don't know, and gone, you know, like because people are very like cold. Nobody like respects individuality. New York is not the same. New York is not the same place that it was before, and I worry like should she like not be with this man or something that she's with, because you know, I feel like he's protecting her right now, you know, and you know, I just don't want her to be alone, and I don't know, like, I don't know, I want people to feel sorry for her too, because you know, like she had a tough life. She had to live with this crazy grandmother because of me. It's the truth, she did. And her dad died. Like he died. Like whatever we could have said about him, not, you know, being active enough or whatever, I feel like we kind of pushed him away, and sometimes I feel like they pushed me away from her. They like I got pushed away from her, and her dad got pushed away as well. And like she's had a very tough life too, you know.
Yeah.
Cause
I agree. Yeah. I agree that she has had a very tough life as well.
I don't know how this man feels about her, because she's a very nice person, you know, so that's why I'm sitting here. I never met him. I'm sure he's a nice man because I know she's a nice person. I know in the least, you know, she's got good manners and she knows how to be a nice person. Like she doesn't know how to be mean to get what she wants, you know. Yeah. I don't know. It's Halloween. I gotta stop talking about this. I feel like if I keep talking about this, my mood is gonna keep being like this, and I feel like partying. I don't feel like talking about this at all. I feel like partying. I feel like putting a happy face on. So.
Yeah, let's not talk about this anymore, but just, but I do thank you for expressing yourself to me and trusting me with your feelings. I do think that, you are a good person and you want the best for your children, And I think that's a good thing, and you care, so that's definitely a good thing. But yes, I do think that what is Patrick going to be for Halloween? I'm just switching up the topic because I want to know.
He's gonna be cartoon cat.
He's what?
Are you gonna put your costume on? No. Well, you could put it on later. What are you gonna be, Patrick?
Okay.
Come here. What are you gonna be?
The weather is nice. The weather is nice for Halloween, and I was watching the news, and apparently they're gonna close down a lot of streets for trick-or-treaters. Like I know in my area they're closing down like 2 blocks. Probably in your area too. In so many different areas, they are closing down streets so that the trick-or-treaters can trick-or-treat. With less danger. So I think that's kind of cool.
I don't think they're gonna do that, but there's not a lot of traffic
yet. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's good. I think it's gonna be good to maybe get out a little bit and distract your mind a little bit and do some trick or treating. That sounds like
I might throw a party
it's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, that should be fun. That's even more fun. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, Lona, but I do hope that you feel better. Although you have every right to feel the way that you do, but I hope that your date brightens up and you have a great Halloween party. And Patrick and whoever you invite enjoy the party. I think it'll be nice.
You ever just think like, why is this so intense? Like, why? Because he was just a loser. What happened to this guy? Like.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to live so intense,
Yeah.
And these people, they just get by, like bye. Like, like, hi, bye. They all just get by, like, and everything with me is so intense. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna mellow out, and stop caring so much.
Like, so, yeah. Despite the fact that humanity is crazy right now, I think it's actually a good thing that you have a heart and that you care. I
hate when people say stuff like that too. I hate when people are like, "Oh, humanity's crazy." Well, humanity's crazy. What are you? Aren't you humanity? Why don't you be the hero?
All right, Alona. So enjoy your Halloween party, and
I'm gonna totally enjoy it. Because life is short.
Yeah.
Life is short, and I love my kids. You enjoy your Halloween too. Enjoy your Halloween. People should be happy.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. All right, Ilona. Bye-bye.
Take care.